What up? My name is Edward, and I am the creator of the Jack Files. Thank you for paying attention to part 3 of supporting President Obama. Now, I've gone through all this thing. I ended with the medical care plan. Let me go back and give you guys a little bit more information. Now, the last thing I said was about vaccinations. You know what? It's a known fact. It's a known fact that there are children dying every year because they're not getting vaccinated. They estimate by the end of 2009, there's going to be 140 children dying of lack of vaccination. Let me say it again, even slower. They estimate that 140 children will be dead due to lack of vaccinations. What are you saying? Who gives a shit? I give a shit. I get worked up thinking about it. We are in one of the greatest countries in the world because I know that there are people changing it. But we're not the greatest country in the world if we don't step up and say it's time for change. President Obama is here saying it's time for change. And medical care to everyone is the best way to start it. My mother works in the Department of Human Services, Elderly Division. Now, I have through the years heard her say that there are people that actually have health care packages. These are people that have worked most of their lives now. They're disabled. They're old. They're old. And you know what? They have medical insurance, and they can't get everything that they need. That's fucked up. That is really fucked up. My mom was taking pictures of past clients before they died. They didn't have anything. They were barely getting anything at all. And more importantly, they were barely getting the medicines that they needed to survive. And President Obama is saying that's wrong. We are a government of the people, by the people, for the people. Our basic slogan for this country is nothing more than E pluribus unum. Out of many, we make one. Out of many, we are one. There are people that have lived and died for this country. And we need to say that it's time for us to do something. Ladies and gentlemen, the worst thing about democracy is that if people no longer care, then the country and the government are done. That's all it is. Democracy is basically saying we have to carry on our country. If the people don't do shit, what the fuck are we doing? President Obama is out there telling people it's time for a change. It's time for us to get up off our asses and do something. I'm doing something by trying to enlighten you motherfuckers. That's right. I'm doing my part by voting for him and supporting him. This is my support for him. Alright? Think about it. Since he came on board, he tried to bail out the automotive companies. They didn't want it. They didn't want to give up their money. And the auto worker union didn't want to help him out. Why? Because those cocksuckers that run the auto workers union, they wanted more money. They wanted more money. So you know what? When the automotive companies go down, whose fault is it? The car companies that were too greedy, and the fucking auto worker union, because they got too greedy. And you know what? Fuck the auto workers. You guys got paid double than the next blue collar Joe. And you fucking cocksuckers wanted more. You guys fucked it up, not the other way around. So you guys pay attention to that. If you're an auto worker and you see this, you guys fucked it up. You guys should have done the smart thing and got rid of that fucking union. They say, oh, the auto worker union is here for us to make sure that we get treated fair. You guys get by just signing up before you even become a member of the union. The car companies were already giving you guys great health insurance and great fucking pay. What the fuck more did you want? Fuck them. Let them run. Now, we're going on to something else. How about this? He actually tried to bail out some of the banks that are going downhill. You know what? Fuck the banks. Alright? They did it to themselves. And yeah, you ever ask a question about, hey, how come there's all these little firms that give you quick loans? Because the banks won't do it. The banks are fucking stupid. The banks are fucking retarded. They should have realized through all these little loan companies popping up that there actually is a market to giving somebody a $500 loan. Hey, you know what? You make a little bit back, But guys, you guys should have been thinking far, far ahead. I know people that work at these companies, and one day, they may have busted out with 10 grand in loans. They turn around and made back 3. You know what? They got their money back at no cost to them, and they got more out of it. At the end of the week, I've known some of these companies that make 15 to 20,000. Now, banks are big enough that if they did it, they probably could have made triple that, but they didn't want to do it. Fuck them. Let them run. Like before, President Obama offered them a good deal. They didn't want it, so let them draw. Now, people are out there saying, hey, President Obama didn't bother to do this, President Obama didn't bother to do that. Bullshit. He did. He tried. Just like that Republican that said, you lie, in the middle of his speech. I'm going to talk about that cocksucker a little bit. First of all, you don't stand up and tell the fucking president of the United States that he's a fucking liar. You know what? I hope I have a chance to find you, because I'm gonna kick you in the fucking balls, you fucking bitch. You get down on your hands and knees and lick that fucking dick, bitch. Alright? You are a representative of the people. When the guy who was voted by the people stands up and starts giving a speech, you shut the fuck up and listen, bitch. Hope the people of your fucking state castrate you, dumbass. Now, here's where we're going on to something else. People, you have to understand, the president is here to support us by doing what we want. You guys gotta shut the fuck up and tell him what you want. You guys want healthcare coverage? I do! So shut the fuck up and listen to him. He's trying to give it to us. Stop paying attention to what those fucking insurance companies are saying. Hey, you know what, this is not a good idea because of this, this, and this. No, the reason they're saying it is because they don't want to spend a fucking dime out of their pocket for you. Well, wait a minute. You're paying them. These companies, on average, make about $1 billion a year. And they don't want to spend about $1 million, even if it just costs them $1 million, to help build this record system. That way we can find out what your medical records are, no matter where you go in the country. They don't want it happening. And they sure as hell don't want any kind of working with the American government, because that means they have to charge less for vaccinations. They have to charge less for medications. Guys, they don't care. After getting this far in the Jack Files about President Obama, can't you see that I'm giving you plenty of reasons to stand up and pay attention to what he's saying? There's tons of people that have been trying to get him out of office. There's people that saying, hey, he wasn't born an American, hey. Fuck him. Why? Because they know he's here for change. They know he's here for the people. And people are scared of that. And I say, if President Obama is here for the people, we support him. Because President Obama is the leader of our government. We voted him in. This is not a dictatorship where he took power. This is a government where we voted to give him power. Now that we've given him power, we've got to do more than that. We've got to give him support. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I plan to support President Obama. I suggest you do the same. Remember, I'm here to give you what you need to understand. That's knowledge. So pay attention to everything I've said. Because here at the Jack Files, remember, it's all about freedom of speech. If you don't use it, somebody might just take it away. And that goes with healthcare coverage. That goes with teaching our children. That goes with companies that support our economy. You guys want a good and great government? You guys want all these things for the future? Pay attention, because our government is run by people that sometimes don't have our best interests in heart. But as far as I'm concerned, President Obama does. So pay attention and listen. You know what? This is Edward saying, if President Obama runs again, I hope we vote him back in office. Thank you for paying attention. Peace.